Hey guys, I'm Tim from Anything Scout, and today we're going to be talking about Scout 2 door panels. All right, you guys have seen our upholstery kits that we're now selling. Included in that are the door panels. There's 3 different color options on our site: black, spice, and tan. Tan is the darker. These boards and everything are meant to work with early and late model Scout 2s. And we'll kind of walk over just basic installation and how we like to assemble them here. Okay, so the basic tools that we like to use for install: drill, 1/8" drill bit. Our screw kit comes with 14 screws per door panel and like the fancy washers that go with them. A good set of side cutters, or I've gotten away with like really stout kitchen shears. Basically what you're going to be doing with these is just cutting these indents in the speaker hole and knocking those out so that you can mount a speaker in there. A good sturdy pair of those goes a long way. Nice sharp razor blade. In all, I've sharpened this one to a point just so that we can locate our holes in the door panel, and some kind of small screw gun, or you can use a regular Phillips screwdriver, but your wrist will get tired. Okay, when you guys get your door panels, they will be fully upholstered looking like this. This is just the board so that I can show you kind of the highlights of the product. We put the ability to have component speakers into every one of our door panels. So that includes an 1 3/4" hole for a tweeter and a 5 1/4" knockout for a 6 1/2" round speaker. These 2 measurements are pretty standard in the industry. You can, for the last 20 years, most 6 1/2" round speakers will mount in this opening. So that's what we rolled with there. We also make it able to mount on early and late model Scout 2 armrests. So the late model have the wider armrests that will utilize these 2 holes here. The early model will use these square knockouts. This truck that we'll be fitting it to is an early model. We also sell new early model armrests on our website, as well as a bunch of the other stuff that you'll see go on the door panel as well. So let's get started. I'm gonna lay this on the metal door panel. Another note: these door panels only work if you have the metal outer structure. 1980 late model trucks only have a door panel. They do not have the metal panel. We do not offer anything for that. This specifically works with the metal outer panels. All right, so I'm just taking this non-wrapped one so you guys can see better. What I generally do is I'll just lay it on the panel, just kind of look it over. These are laser cut, so they are very accurate to the door panel. The areas that we're going to be trimming out, you won't have to do any of this if you're not running speakers in your doors. We like to run speakers in our doors, so I'm going to show you guys how to just clip out the knockouts and get that marked on your door panel. Then you can fit the door panel to the truck and cut your holes according. So first, I just lay this over, make sure that everything's great. Once I'm happy with that, we'll pull this panel up. And remember, when you guys see this, it'll be upholstered and everything. I'm just showing you, for the sake of the video, just the bare panel itself. But what I like to do is I'll flip it over. Imagine the front is upholstered. You're going to start here, and you're going to take your sturdy scissors and cut on the outside of this hole as far out as you can. And it does take a little bit, but... And again, you can slide this blade underneath just the cardboard or the MDF and in between the upholstery, and it will not hurt the upholstery. So we'll cut this out and just kind of continue that all the way around. Again, if you have a tweeter, do the same thing for that hole. And just like that. All right, so I'm going to switch back to our upholstered panel now. What I've done is basically clip out the knockout for the tweeter as well as the woofer or the normal size speaker. I've also cut the vinyl with my razor blade and got this. I leave about a 1/2 inch for this to tuck in. I do not cut the speaker hole all the way to the outside of that inner edge. Just, you can trim it later if you need to, but I like having some ability to have this give. Same with the tweeter. If you're using an oversized tweeter, this one's slightly larger. I cut the material all the way to the hole, but just a safe rule of thumb, cut your hole, the center hole smaller, and then just kind of keep cutting and trimming as you fit the speaker in. As far as if you're going to cut your panels, what I would do at this point is drop this down. I got this fit on there, and then you would trace this onto the metal panel. At that point, you can use either an air saw or jigsaw with a metal blade, die grinder. You know, there's plenty of ways you can cut it out, or you could use a hole saw. If there's big hole saws for that as well. Lay out your hole, cut your metal panel, and then go to your truck and hang that metal panel with a hole in it, and then trace your hole on the door. Then you can cut your hole in the door for your speaker and your tweeter. The way that we have these laid out, they miss the hinge pockets on a Scout 2. So when you're cutting this large hole, you're not going to run into your window regulator and you're not going to run into your hinge. We have a very specific location that we like to put these that misses both of those, so the structure of your door remains intact. Same with the tweeter hole. You will run into a little bit of the inner structure where it curves up right here, and you'll have to like half moon that to get your tweeter to sit in the truck door. But general rule of thumb, everything structure-wise on your door stays intact and is not affected by drilling a hole in your door. All right, so the next step, once I get my holes laid out here and the tweeter installed into the panel, I install it usually into the fabric panel and then put the locking clip on the backside, then drop it into the metal. What I like to do next is, especially if you're using component speakers like this, there's usually a crossover box. This set is pretty generic, doesn't have the crossover. It's kind of built into the woofer. You'll see that when I get to that point. But if you do have a crossover box, what I generally do is if you take the center hole in your door panel and you go up 6 inches, the bottom of your crossover box will land in the pocket of the door. So where you can mount your crossover on the back of your metal panel and still install the panel on the door, and it doesn't run into anything. Again, on this truck, we're not going to do that. Just thought I'd note. But at this time, I usually like to take my awl, go around, start the holes, poke through, and then we'll just take our screw gun and drop a screw right through that. And what that does is it just kind of locates this panel and holds it down while I mount the 6.5-inch round speaker. I like to screw that through the metal panel with the provided screws usually, or short enough ones that don't interfere with the door when you bolt the whole panel onto the door. And I'm just going to basically continue that 14 more times around the edge of the door, and then I'll get to mounting the speaker. All right, so I've got my lower speaker. Now that all the screws are in, this panel can't slide around or move on me when it's just kind of locked it in place. I'll drop this in. And again, this is just kind of a generic component setup. Any 6.5-inch round speaker should use about the same mounting circle. So we'll just drop this on here, and I'll get my awl, get that centered, and make sure also that you center it on the hole in the door panel that you've made. That way you're biting through not only the fabric panel, but the metal panel itself. So we'll take the awl, kind of mark our holes here. We're pretty happy with where that's centered. Again, if you have a nice sharp awl, it pokes through pretty easily. All right, and I'll take this out, I'll drill those holes, mount the speaker, and then we're ready to put the door panel on the truck. Okay, so got the speaker mounted, got the tweeter in, all that's great. Next thing I'm going to kind of highlight is cutting all the slits in the panel. I know this is the most nerve-wracking part for a lot of people. Hopefully take some of the anxiety out of that. We're going to start with the armrest holes. Again, this is an early model. It has larger windows than the late model. The late model were those circles that I showed you earlier. What I like to do is just simply cut an X with my razor blade. The armrest covers fully, again, this is early model. The armrest fully covers this whole entire area. So I like to give myself enough room to get the screw in and kind of get it all kind of aligned. So I just cut a simple X like that. Plenty of room for the screw to go through. Make sure those are both fully cut. And then we'll come to the door handle opening. This one can get a little tricky. I usually just do a rectangle. So I'll start about here, cut straight down, there, cut straight down. Not the whole window. Do not cut this whole window out. You'll be very disappointed. So I stay about, this is probably 3/8 of an inch away from the opening. And then we'll just kind of connect the dots here at the top. Again, use a very sharp razor blade. This helps with clean cuts. And come down here, make this cut on the bottom. And I'm pulling on this, just kind of keeping some tension. This is vinyl, so it's very stretchy. It makes it easier to make really clean cuts that way. And there we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. The arm for the door handle comes through that, so it'll get covered with the door handle itself. Lastly is the opening for your window crank. What I like to do is take an awl, poke it directly in the center. That gives you a starting point, and you can turn it and hold the vinyl as you cut it. You can pull it up towards you. Do not cut the whole opening here. We're gonna kind of go around, leave a little bit of fabric, and when you put your window crank in, it'll actually push in on this area. All right. And now we're ready to install it on the truck. Real quick, before we put the panel on, I just wanted to highlight kind of our procedure on what we like to do before door panel is even on the truck. We like to use sound deadener around the opening that you cut in the door. This just helps kind of buffer in between the metal panel and the door, keeps any vibration from happening. It also deadens the door. This face of the door where the speaker is going to be producing the most sound waves. The tweeter hole, what I like to do is I'll cut that in the door, but then I'll actually cover it with tape. And as you can see, the indent is still there, but moisture from when it rains outside is not going to get to the back of your speaker. That's nice and covered. I just precautionarily like to do that. We also like to plastic the inside of our doors, kind of where the factory plastic was. We'll do strips of the same sound deadener on the outer face of the door, on the outer skin. What that does, it's not full coverage, you don't have to use a ton of it, but it dampens a large enough panel to where it doesn't rattle with the speaker. And that's kind of our general assembly. We like to replace every single screw grommet in the door. Those are available on our site, as well as if you're doing wing window and stuff while you're in here, these plugs are also available. All that's new. And now we're just going to connect the speaker wire, put it on, and fully assemble the door, and we'll show you the finished product. Video the struggle. It's kind of tricky to do by yourself. All right, so I got our new kind of scuff plate that goes behind our new wiper crank here. If you're doing door panels, now is a great time to upgrade all of this stuff if you're running original. Get this guy screwed on, and then I'll show you a trick for the door handle as well. So this truck is an early model, 71 to part of 73, I believe, have these nuts welded onto the back of the inner door handle. So they require a 1/4-20 screw, not like your traditional number, I think it's a 14 screw for the later ones. So we're gonna put the door handle on. What I like to do is I take a flat blade screwdriver, pretend like I'm opening the door, kind of just stand right here, hold that, and then start the door handle screw. This works on late model ones too, but it's a lot easier with the early model that have to be threaded into that. So we'll get this all screwed on, and then I'll show you the door handle, or the armrest. All right, and last piece of the puzzle is these brand new early model armrests. These are available on our site as well, and this will complete the door panel install. All right guys, and that completes our Scout 2 door panel install. All the parts that we use today are available on our website. Like, comment, subscribe. If you guys have any questions or want to see a video done on something, let us know. We'll gladly make you a video. We'll see you again next time.